Hello and welcome back to Boxing Social in association with Betfred. My name is Ayman Khan. I'm here in Bolton at the Amir Khan Academy with the one and only, his new trainer, Bomac, McIntyre. Brian, how's life treating you?
Oh, it's going pretty good. Life is going good.
I saw on your Instagram you were enjoying the delights of the Curry Mile a couple of days back, saying it was one of the best places you've ever been. What did you enjoy so much about the Curry Mile?
We went to a place called My Little Hole.
Yeah,
My Little Hole.
Yeah.
We call it My Little Hole. In America, other people think that might be something different, but that's the best place I've ever been to in my life.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Definitely one of the places I like to go. Vegetarian now, can't eat too much of the things, but good place nonetheless. But let's get into the action. Of course, your charge Amir Khan is not this weekend, but the next weekend in a grudge match, which a lot of people have been waiting for. But let's rewind, Brian, to the time in which Amir kind of came to you and said, "Look, I want to train. I want you to take me forward." What were those initial conversations like when Amir came to you?
I believe his wife, Ariel, got in contact with one of the trainers, Red, and then another guy had hit me up on Instagram, and so we kind of came together, talked a little bit, and came out to Omaha for like a week to, have a good conversation, sort out the business, and try to train with us for a little bit, and that went really well. Then he came. A couple weeks later, we headed out to Colorado Springs, and he came out there, and I believe that's what kind of hooked him with the training regimens that we had out there.
When you sort out that business side of it, it's not just that, it's also the part where you kind of see the fight, you work with the fight, and you realise, I can do something with that fighter. Yeah. When did you realise that, and in the time that you spent with Amir, what have you kind of been working on in terms of kind of getting him ready for this fight?
Well, first thing you want to do is physically get him ready so he can do the things that you want him to do inside the gym. And then as you get closer to the fight, then y'all kind of work on some different strategies as far as how you figure the fight to play out. As far as the business end go, I figured that if I can beat, KELL Broook one time, I could beat him the second time. So it was a pretty easy decision, that me and the team made so we can go forward with the fight.
Was the initial conversation a little bit awkward considering how it ended with Crawford and Khan? A little bit of controversy towards the end of that fight. Was it a little bit awkward there? Did you have those discussions to kind of talk about that?
No, that conversation never comes up, but if it did, they friends, and it was never no bad blood between those two, and his camp and my camp, and as we move forward, that's just behind us now.
That Ingle style, which is very much well known over these shores, is an interesting one. Like you said, you've worked up a game plan and you've beaten that style before with Terence Crawford. But Mac, is it as simple as something saying applying that game plan to someone like Amir, or is it a whole different kind of game plan that you have to try and conquer that style?
Well, it's got to be a different game plan because Amir's a different fighter than Terence. He's a whole total different fighter. So you got to know what your fighter he's capable of as you go into the fight. So, like I said, his game plan to be different because of what he brings to the table as a fighter.
There's been times in Amir's career where I think Virgil Hunter said it most, like during the fight times, it's like sometimes you need to just keep that focus and keep going and kind of keep on that one track mind. In this camp, has that focus been there with him? Have you seen that from him? Everything that you've needed or asked of him, have you seen that from him?
Well, yeah. Again, it comes along with you just got to make sure physically he's in shape to be able to do it. Because if he ain't in shape to be able to do the things that you want him to do, he's mentally gonna fall apart. That's just not only him, but any other fighter. If you don't physically get him together. So that was the most important thing, is to get the body together, get the mind right, and then everything else will fall into place.
What can we expect to see from Amir in the ring when he gets to face KELL BROOK?
You're definitely going to see a whole another different Amir from his previous fights. I think you're going to see the old Amir when he was fighting Devin Alexander, when he was fighting guys like Madonna, guys like that, where the hand speed is there, the mental awareness is there, just the capability of doing what he wanted to do inside the ring is there.
Brian. Pleasure speaking to you. Wish you all the best for February 19th. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social. Much appreciated. Thank you.